What you feed stays around your door. What you feed stays around your door. I know many of you remember growing up as a child, there would be stray cats. It was always cats in the neighborhood. And when the stray cat comes to your door, if you put out some milk, that cat's going to keep coming back. So whatever you're feeding tends to stay around. So if you are feeding things of doubt, gloom and doom, if you're feeding being defeated, you're constantly talking about things that are negatively happening in your life, that are negatively affecting your life, it stays. It constantly stays. I've always been the person that I don't verbalize what I'm going through. I don't speak about it. I say nothing. I remain quiet. And I don't allow the feeling of defeat or burdens to keep coming out of my mouth. I'm reminded of the parable of the fig tree. The fig tree had no figs, meaning the fig tree was bearing no fruit. Therefore, Yahusha cursed the fig tree, and the fig tree died. That which you are cursing out of your mouth by constantly complaining, constantly doubting, constantly feeding, giving energy. You know, feeding means you're giving energy to something. You're giving energy to that stray cat and dog or whatever have you. And what you give energy to will stay around. So if you're giving negative energy, that negative energy is going to stay around. So just like that fig tree, Yahusha spoke to the fig tree and the fig tree died. Your words have power. And if you keep feeding doubt, fear, anxiety, despair, you keep speaking about it, you keep speaking about it, you keep talking about it, you keep rehearsing it in your mind and in your spirit, it's not going to leave. You've got to renew your mind and start speaking positive, start speaking peace, start speaking victory. So whatever you're feeding, if you find yourself in the same predicament and it's not changing, you're not coming out of it, you're not getting out of it, it's because you keep talking about it. Stop feeding that energy. Stop putting milk out and petting the stray animal, the stray circumstance and situation. You see, it's a stray because it doesn't live there. It comes by to see if you're going to feed it because it has a need. Dark energy has a need to be fed. And if we keep feeding dark energy, it's not going. That's their new home now. So once we stop putting the milk out for this energy, it's going to starve. It's going to die. I speak in parables also, but it's to give you a metaphoric understanding of what I'm talking about. Now, I'm not talking about not having intention on taking care of an animal that you find. I'm talking about those who don't really want to take the animal in. And now you're wondering why this animal keeps coming around. That's because you're feeding it. Either starve it, starve the situation, or feed what you want to grow. Good fruit. Y'all take this to the Father in prayer and ask him to reveal to you what you keep feeding. And that could be the reason why it hasn't gone anywhere. Y'all be blessed.